Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'd like to discuss a little bit about my trading strategy, how it came about, some of the tools that I use that support my trading. I'd also like to give you a demonstration of the Webull platform, which is the platform that I use for my day trading, and also show you the Day Trade Dash software, which is a subscription from Warrior Trading, Mr. Ross Cameron. And that's actually where my trading strategy initially was established. So probably like many other people learning to trade, you go on YouTube, you read books, and I came across Ross Cameron, and he's the person to me that just stuck out as a very good educator, had a lot of knowledge. I think his parents, or one of his parents, was a teacher, and he's quite passionate about teaching, which it shows. And I just really resonated with him. So I stuck with Ross Cameron and his momentum trading strategy. He has like around 5 criteria. So he's looking at stocks that are high momentum on the day, maybe up 20%. They're high relative volume for the day. They're around the sweet spot between $2 and $20. And also that they have a news catalyst. So there must be some breaking news that's pushing them up on the momentum in the day. And also a sweet spot as well, below 20 million on the float. So with those criteria in place, you're good to execute your trade. And as long as you've got your risk management taken care of, so normally I'm around 1 to 2% of my account I'll put at risk. So at the moment I'm trading with a £500 account, which is relatively small. And that's just because I've been bitten a few months ago. I got a bit cocky using this strategy and I started to make a bit of money. And instead of making £25, I started to think, well, what if that was £250? And then I added a bit more money, Long story short, 2,500 gone in a few hours. I was either going to make it or I was going to break it. Something went wrong. I lost my discipline. I was revenge trading. And look, it happens to all traders. And I'm glad I got mine out of the way. Because if it didn't happen, I would have continued and carried on. And I would have been too blasé about it. But now I've had a full reset. I've had some time off whilst I've been studying an online degree, getting my mind completely away from trading. So now I'm ready to get back into it. Small account, maintain the discipline, get my trading journal practice back into practice, recording all my trades and slowly learning, getting that discipline and just enjoying trading again. Okay, so this is Warrior Trading's Day Trade Dash software. So Ross Cameron, this is his own software that he's developed for his strategy, which, as I mentioned, is the momentum strategy, which relies on having certain criteria of stocks coming up on the scanner. So this here is his scanner. This is Ross's top gappers. And we're pre-market at the moment. Market is going to open in the next 12 minutes. So here we have on the left side, you've got all the news coming in, which is quite useful because one of the criteria for this strategy is to have breaking news. So let's have a look to Ross's top gappers here, for example. Breaking news here, $1.89, volume 36.7 million, float below 20 million, relative volume, daily volume is high. So this is a good one, MMA. So there we go. I would hit the news, see what this breaking news is about. Mixed martial arts group names Donald Trump Jr. as strategic advisor and shares jump. So Trump family involved. Is this going to be something long term? Could this trigger a short term spike? This could definitely see some activity in the markets today. So this is one that I would be looking at potentially trading. And that's just a very quick, brief overview of Ross Cameron's Day Trade Dash. It's a really good tool, excellent scanning tool. And it just gives you a guide so that you know what you're looking for. You can jump on the top 5 trades, top 5 stocks, and just start making some moves. So next we'll take a look at the Webull platform. So this is the broker that I use. Okay, so this is the Webull platform. Not in the market at the moment. It doesn't open until later this evening, so I can't show you any live trades, but this is just in case you want to have an overview and a quick view of the site. So it's quite clean, it's not so complex, and once you get used to it, it really is quite easy to use. So really mainly what I'm just using it for is making trades. I'm not really using it for much charting. So here's your profit and loss up here. So when you make a trade, this will go up and down. The only cumbersome thing here is when you try and close a trade, you'll need to go into your orders. You'll need to press close, close, back to positions, close again. Another pop-up will come here. You'll close it again. That whole process takes quite a few seconds. So not really good for scalping strategy. So therefore, make sure you have your stop loss and take profit all in place before you hit the buy button. And here we can see you can buy a market or limit or stop order. And also here you can buy your shares in quantities of 10, 50, 100, 500 and further. Currency is exchanged on every trade. So I paid UK pounds into this account, and every time I make a trade, the currency is converted at this fixed rate here, as you can see, which isn't too bad. And that's really it. I mean, there is some volume, there's some moving averages and a volume weighted average price. So you can adjust this if needed. And here's your watch list on the left side. It's quite user friendly, quite easy to use. You can get your level 2 if you subscribe. Okay, that's it. Just a real quick overview just to show you what it looks like. We're not going to go into any detail. When I do some live trades, I'll show you this in action. So you'll get to see what I mean about the cumbersome way to exit a trade. So that's it, guys. Just a very brief video to give you a bit of an insight into my trading strategy, some of the techniques that I use, some of the tools that I use, and the strategy that I'm following, the momentum strategy. So if you like that, please leave a comment down below. If you're interested in any other platforms that you'd like to receive some information about, perhaps I've already used them, I could perhaps do another video. But yeah, happy to hear your comments and feedback. If you haven't noticed, the mic is working today, so hopefully the audio is a lot better. That could be a bit of an improvement. Lighting, I'm not too sure how that is at the moment. Maybe I need to sort that out. But all in all, I'm hoping that each video is getting better as we go along. I'm certainly enjoying the process. And I urge anybody who's thinking about starting, go ahead. It's fun. You're putting yourself out there, putting yourself on the spot. But I'll be honest, I'm learning more now, having to put videos out because I'm focusing more on the content. Whereas if I was just learning trading again, maybe I'd be a bit lazy. Maybe I'd take some shortcuts. But this way, I'm holding myself accountable by making videos and putting them out there, which I think is quite an interesting concept. But yeah, let's see if it works. Okay, great. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.